Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Vijeta, and today we shall be doing some more UGC NET questions from English literature. And now let us begin. Who said about Milton his natural port is gigantic loftiness? Dr. Johnson. The verse paragraph is the metrical unit of Milton's Paradise Lost. Enjambment is a chief characteristic of the metrical form of Paradise Lost. Which of the following works by Milton is in honor of chastity, allegory of virtue attacked by sensuality, Comus? Who, who criticized Milton thus? Of no other poet is it so difficult to consider the poetry simply as poetry without our theological and political dispositions making unlawful entry. T.S. Eliot. Who called Milton a surly and acrimonious Republican? Samuel Johnson. Fame is no plant that grows in mortal soil. This is a line from Lycidas. In Lycidas, one of the narrators, Camus, is a river. The treatment of inanimate objects as if they had natural human capabilities, sensations, and emotions is called pathetic fallacy. Apart from the narrator, who of the following is not a principal mourner of Lycidas? Neptune. In Lycidas, Arthaus is a fountain in Sicily associated with poetic inspiration. Pastoral derives from the Latin word pastor, which means shepherd. Which of the following aspects of Lycidas did Dr. Johnson denounce? Pastoral form, uncertain rhymes, and diction. Lycidas begins by addressing laurels and myrtles, which are symbols of poetic fame. Dilemma discussed in Lycidas, futility of human efforts, the spiritual shepherd who betrays his flock. Why does the poet say Lycidas is not dead? Because his life is renewed in the blessed kingdom of heaven. Who is Arthusa, mentioned as the symbol of purity in Lycidas, muse of pastoral poetry? The final section of Lycidas that describes Lycidas' resurrection, there's a slight typo, symbolizes a renewal of Milton's hopes. The Commonwealth ruled England during 1649 to 53. Who attacked the insincerity of Milton's grief in Lycidas? Thus, passion plucks no berries. Where there is leisure for fiction, there is little grief. Dr. Johnson. Which aspect of Lycidas does Dr. Johnson denounce as easy, vulgar, and therefore disgusting? Pastoral form. It seems that Dr. Johnson had a lot of problems with Lycidas and Milton's writings. Who called Milton the mighty-mouthed inventor of harmonies? Tennyson. Thy soul was like a star and dwelt apart. Thou hadst a voice whose sound was like the sea, pure as the naked heavens, majestic, free. Who wrote these lines? Wordsworth. The two-handed engine in Lycidas may refer to the two houses of the parliament, the weapon of God, the keys to heaven and hell. Blind mouths in Lycidas refers to corrupt clergy. More questions with some new graphics. Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Brown is a satirical essay which is one of the several accounts of Virginia Woolf about the state of modern fiction. Flush is an imaginative biography of Elizabeth Barrett Browning's Cocker Spaniel written by Virginia Woolf. Between the Acts is Virginia Woolf's final novel published after her death, which describes the mounting performance and audience of a festival play in a small English village just before the outbreak of the Second World War. The Hebrides The Hebrides archipelago or archipelago is the setting for To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. Orlando, the semi biographical story of a young man named Orlando, born in England during the reign of Elizabeth I, who decides not to grow old, was inspired by Vita Sackville West. In which novel by Virginia Woolf are the soliloquies of its 6 characters, separated into 9 unnumbered chapters by a series of interludes, The Waves? Which of the following novels tells a story that takes place on a single day in June? Mrs. Dalloway. What happens to Orlando in Virginia Woolf's semi biographical novel of the same title? He changes from a man to a woman. You should check out the BBC radio drama collection of Virginia Woolf as well. It's beautiful. The famous Bloomsbury group, of which Woolf was an eminent member, rejected Victorian values and rules. In which novel by Virginia Woolf, which is deeply intertwined with contemporary events of the time, is the character Mrs. Swithin reading a book titled Outline of History Between the Acts? The acts in between the acts refers to the First and Second World Wars. The waves into the lighthouse is a symbol of destruction and ephemerality. Which of the following does the lighthouse in To the Lighthouse not represent? Permanence of art. However, it represents relationships as unfulfillable, familial authority, traditional structure of family. What is Lily Briscoe painting in To the Lighthouse? Mrs. Ramsay reading to James near the window. Which character opines in To the Lighthouse that women can neither paint nor write? Charles Tansley, a very notorious character. Which character in To the Lighthouse is a metaphysical philosopher who fears that his work would turn out to be insignificant? Mr. Ramsay. What is Mrs. Ramsay in To the Lighthouse likened to? In her ability to give love and understanding to all? The lighthouse. In the post-impressionist landscape that Lily Briscoe tries to paint, the characters appear as a purple triangle. The destruction of the First World War is depicted in To the Lighthouse through the symbol of the weather-beaten lighthouse. So these are some questions, and I hope you liked this design, these graphics. I hope they help you. If you liked my video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and comments are welcome, and I will meet you all in the next video. Thank you.